Hello, my name's Sean Berthlot, and I've been in sales for going on about 20 years now. And in that time, I've held various roles in the financial services industry as both a financial advisor, selling solutions to clients, in addition to being a sales manager as well as a sales director. So what I'd like to do today is just talk a little bit about, some ways that sales has changed over the years. A lot's changed over the past 20 years for sure. And then just, hit on a few key items that, relate to how sales leadership, will change maybe over the next decade or so. So I'd like to start with, maybe three ways that sales has changed. First is this idea of moving from transactional sales to more, relationship sales. In the past, I think, I would sit there and sell a particular, financial services product to someone. You would sell it, you would move on to the next customer and work on your next commission and things like that. Over time, the client expectation has increased over what they're looking for out of their financial services company. Now they tend to be looking more for an experience or some type of relationship. What they're really looking for is, they want us as financial services representatives to get to know them, know their situation, know their family, what they do for a living, and how all of that can impact, what their financial goals are, and then how we add some of these solutions into the mix to really help them on their journey. So they're moving away from just positioning a product to now really building on a relationship and a trusted partner that they can have with them along the way. Another piece is, technology and data mining. So in the past, we'd simply cold call out of the phone book and hope we come across, someone with money. It's also, very detailed analytics as to, where folks are, what their wealth looks like, et cetera. That stuff, we just never had in the past. And then obviously the big one is the CRM systems have really catapulted in terms of its usage and its effectiveness with, keeping us focused and keeping us organized on the right activities. In fact, in 2020, research suggested that 91% of businesses with more than 10 employees actually use a CRM system. So, you're talking almost every single business now employs some type of CRM system in their organization. Social media is actually a big change as well, something we didn't have 20 years ago. Customers and prospects have had very few ways to check on the validity of claims made by salespeople, and they'd have to ask for references of folks they worked with. This obviously created some issues because most salespeople would just put their top clients in front of a potential prospect who was asking for references. So social media really brought around, the idea of kind of, anyone can review, the products, their experience with that particular company or that particular person. So salespeople need to be very aware these days of what customers and prospects are not only saying about them, but what, folks are reading about them. So they really want to, pay attention to that. So now looking forward, kind of how sales leadership, and I want to focus on sales leadership, will change or continues to change. And, one of the big things that we've been going through is not really focusing anymore on, sort of day-to-day management of sales activities and things like that. The CRM system actually does a lot of that for us. But really focusing on working one-on-one with our sales representatives, for me, financial advisors, and coaching them and really helping them to develop. And just like we do with our clients, ask them lots of questions, figure out, why they're here, what they're doing, et cetera, and to work with them to get better and build their skill sets day in and day out to really motivate them and drive them to get better. Research shows that, companies that do actually have a formal sales coaching, program experience around 10%, greater win rate success than those companies that do not employ it. We talked a little bit about CRM, but that really provides, more insights into Salesforce activities, and that'll continue to grow and grow with the analytics and things like that come into play, where we don't have to spend as much time researching an organization we're looking to sell to, or, researching a particular customer or prospect. A lot of that information is already readily available and filtered in a way that you're kind of always making the best call next. And then focused not only on sales, but on the experience. There's a lot of talk around net promoter scores. And according to Question Pro, companies that focus on their net promoter score are able to identify, those who have had a bad experience, those who are likely to, recommend them. It shows that you care about your customer's experience and thought, gives them a channel for feedback. and really provides analytics and trend analysis, against your strategy that you're using. And then lastly, the posting reviews on social media, that's going to continue to grow and grow, and, the transparency will continue to grow with it. So that's how things will change in the future. Thank you.